Hello everyone, it's Jared from J-Rod Production Studios, and today I want to take a look at some Clone Wars Season 7 LEGO Star Wars set ideas. Now, obviously, we did not get the amount of Clone Wars sets that we expected this year. We are getting some in summer 2020, which I am really looking forward to just finally getting the actual images for. But I'm really hoping that come 2021 we get some more Clone Wars sets, and I think we probably will get some sort of Clone Wars sets just because there's no new movies coming out, and we haven't gotten a lot recently. So, without further ado, let's go ahead and discuss what some of the ideas could be and what we might potentially be looking at getting. Now, the first set that I would love to see that goes without saying is a Clone Battle Pack. Now, I would love for this to include some Phase 2 and 332nd Troopers. You know, you could even go as far as to try to include 332nd and 501st, or 332nd and 212, because they all played a fairly large role within the actual Season 7. I would give it about a 50-50 in terms of actually seeing a Clone Battle Pack this upcoming year, which might surprise some people, but you have to consider that the so-called Battle Pack we're getting this year with the 501st isn't really a full-on battle pack, so it definitely would not surprise me if we saw some sort of actual Clone Battle Pack in the future. I really don't care what the build is, I really just care what the minifigures would be, and I would just simply like to say I want to see something with the Phase 2 variant, especially some sort of figure we haven't seen much or that we don't get very often. The next set idea would be the Ywing from the season finale, so try not to spoil this for you guys, I guess, but I'm guessing everyone's probably seen it at this point, or if you haven't, you've probably had it spoiled for you already. But I would love to see the Ywing that Captain Rex and Ahsoka escape on at the end of the episode, and you could get some awesome figs with that. You could get the Ahsoka, you could get Captain Rex with that. You could even get like ARC Trooper Jesse or a 332nd Trooper. I think it'd be awesome to have a set where the antagonists and the protagonists, the heroes and the villains, are both clone troopers. That would be really cool of a set. That would be something I'd buy a lot of. We would have never gotten a Ywing in blue before, so I'd really appreciate to see that. And credit at BrickWizard59 who built an awesome mock of that. So go ahead and check his channel out. Go ahead and check out his Instagram to see some of the cool builds he does, especially pertaining to Season 7. So I'll probably be showing some of his images throughout this video. And the next set idea for me personally has to be a Venator. Now, it's been roughly 12 years, I think, since we've seen our last Venator. Maybe it was 2010. Maybe it's been about 10 years since we've seen our Venator. Regardless, we've gotten so many other iconic vehicles. It just boggles my mind LEGO won't do more from the prequel era. So I just really am hoping to see some sort of a Venator. I doubt it would ever be at UCS scale in the next couple years, just because I feel like they already have their UCS line planned, which I could be wrong. I could be in for a really big surprise and see a UCS Venator, but that would be what I would want to see, would be a UCS. I would not want to see more of a playable set, although I think a playable set sounds appealing as well, because you get some awesome minifigures with that, some figures we probably haven't seen before. LEGO really knows how to use the minifigures to boost the value of a set. They know to make more expensive sets have just one or two figures you don't see much, and they get a lot of money from it. So I think the Venator would be a really good candidate, and I think it would sell really well. Now, on this list, I would have said a 501st Battle Pack and a Separatist AAT, but lo and behold, we're actually getting those this summer, which really surprises me. But since I can't say that I want to include that on the list anymore, since we're getting it, I'm going to say I would like to see, for a set idea, and one that would not really surprise me, there were kind of some fake rumors circulating, is a blue MTT. Now, a Separatist MTT is something we have never seen before, so that would be really cool to get in sort of minifigure scale. They've done plenty of sets in the past that haven't been directly from the Clone Wars that they've labeled as Clone Wars sets, so it wouldn't surprise me to see them do something like that, a vehicle that we just didn't see, and then have them sort of rehash it at the end. Now, the next set that I would love to see would be an ATTE. Now, this one is kind of rumored to come out in this summer, which is just really odd to me for some reason. We don't even know what we're getting 2 months before release. It's if you're watching this the day it's published, it should be exactly 2 months before release. We still don't know what we're getting. So I'm really skeptical to think that we're going to get an ATTE this summer, but if we don't happen to get one, I would say 2021, I'd love to see that. It's just such an iconic vehicle, and it's been a good 6 years since we've seen it. I think it's actually been 7 years now, and would be 8 come 2021, so that's a set we are definitely in need of. Again, there are just so many minifigure options with this. You could have some of the Maul DeLoreans, you could have this be on the Battle of Mandalore, where the ATTE was a pretty significant presence in the series. Just some awesome figs you can include with this, maybe Maul and Ahsoka, and yeah, I think this would just be an awesome set. I don't get why LEGO doesn't want to make this sort of thing. They would sell so well just for the minifigures even. And another set that I would love to see would be an Ahsoka vs. Maul duel. Now, we've been getting these duel sets pretty commonly the last couple years here, and I think this would be a nice addition. Now, the only thing that I'm skeptical about is because we just had a Clone Wars version 1, or I shouldn't say Clone Wars, but a prequel era one. We had the Obi-Wan and Anakin duel, which, of course, that isn't directly from the Clone Wars, but I feel like LEGO always wants to diversify their lines a little bit, so I'm a little bit more skeptical as to whether or not we're going to see this, but I think this will probably happen eventually, at least some sort of Ahsoka and Maul set. I expect to see these figures appear somewhere, but if we don't happen to get them anywhere in the next couple years, in any other set, this would be the one I would expect them to appear in, would be an Ahsoka vs. Maul duel. So that would be an awesome set. I feel like people would really appreciate that one, just as I mentioned, for the figures. And of course, the last set on this list would be the Bad Batch shuttle. That's just such an iconic vehicle, I feel like, because they had a whole arc dedicated just to the Bad Batch in Season 7, so I would really like to see some sort of Bad Batch minifigures, maybe not all of them all at once in a set. If it's not the actual shuttle, would be what I would expect, but it would be great just to get this in some sort of a scale. I mean, I doubt they would ever make a larger scale set, and this frankly could be that mystery set we're getting this summer, so who knows, maybe a couple of these sets will actually end up coming true in the summer or come the 2021 January wave, so who really knows in terms of the Bad Batch. But again, just some minifigures we haven't seen yet. I think that's what would make this sell. And it's just iconic enough. It's the type of set you would expect LEGO to release, because it's not really that generic. It's got specific purpose with its release. So that's one that I personally would not be super surprised to see. Now, I think that's about everything that I would have for this list. Now, I'm not going to include any wishful thinking like a gunship. We're already getting a UCS one, or some Order 66 scene, because that's just not going to happen. So there's a lot of sets I would really like to see that just won't happen, and we just know LEGO won't make. But these are ones that I think are fairly believable. Like, they shocked us with an AAT and a 501st Battle Pack and some other Grievous Starfighter we didn't really want, but there's quite a few Clone Wars sets coming out this summer, so this wouldn't really surprise me if we see a couple of these awesome sets come out come later this year, even next year. So go ahead and let me know what you think. Go ahead and let me know what sets you want to see, what some ideas are for Season 7 that you think we could possibly see. So if you haven't already, go ahead and like and subscribe, and make sure the notification bell is on so you guys don't miss a video. I know that a lot of people have not had their notification bells on, so that would be awesome if everyone's getting notified. So thank you all for viewing, and again, comment, like, subscribe, and as always guys, have a great day.